S Club are an English pop group created by former Spice Girls manager Simon Fuller, consisting of members Tina Barrett, Paul Cattermole, Rachel Stevens, Joe O'Meara, Hannah Spearritt, Bradley McIntosh, and Jon Lee. The group was formed in 1998 and quickly rose to fame by starring in their own BBC television series, Miami 7, in 1999. In their 5 years together, S Club 7 had 4 UK No.1 singles, 1 UK No.1 album, a string of hits throughout Europe, including a top 10 single in the United States, Asia, Latin America, and Africa. They recorded a total of 4 studio albums, released 11 singles and went on to sell over 10 million albums worldwide. Their first album, S Club, had a strong 1990s pop sound, similar to many artists of their time. However, through the course of their career, their musical approach changed to a more dance and R&B sound which is heard mostly in their final album, Seeing Double. The concept and brand of the group was created by Simon Fuller, also their manager through 19 Entertainment. They were signed to Polydor Records. Their television series lasted 4 seasons and saw the group travel across the United States, eventually ending up in Barcelona, Spain. It became popular in 100 different countries where the show was watched by over 90 million viewers. The show, which was a children's sitcom, often mirrored real-life events which had occurred in S Club, including the relationship of Hannah Spearritt and Paul Cattermole, as well as Cattermole's departure from the group. As well as the popularity of their television series, S Club 7 won 2 Brit Awards in 2000 for British Breakthrough Act and in 2002, for Best British Single. In 2001, the group earned the Record of the Year award. Their song Reach was used in the arcade dance game EZ2 Dancer and EZ2 Dancer UK Move. Group member Paul Cattermole departed the group in 2002 citing creative differences, and the group changed its name from S Club 7 to simply S Club. Their second-to-last single reached number 5 in the UK charts, and their final studio album failed to make the top 10. Following Cattermole's departure in 2002, the group fought many rumors presuming that they were about to split. However, on April 21, 2003, during a live on-stage performance, S Club announced that they were to disband. After a 5-year split, it was announced in October 2008 that O'Meara, Cattermole, and McIntosh were to perform a mini-reunion tour. The tour consists of a series of university and nightclub gigs, where they perform a set list consisting of a selection of songs from their greatest hits album. Since O'Meara, Cattermole and McIntosh reunited, there have been persistent rumors that S Club will fully reunite, but as of 2013, nothing has come to fruition. Barrett rejoined the group in 2014. History, 1997 98, formation. Simon Fuller has commented that he came upon the concept of S Club 7 the day after he was fired by the Spice Girls in 1997. He selected the members for the group after auditioning from over 10,000 hopefuls. Stevens was the only member of the band who did not audition to gain admittance into the group. Instead, 2 producers from 19 Management approached her and asked her to go into the studio to record a demo tape for Fuller. Both O'Meara and Cattermole were spotted by producers from 19 and asked to audition. After the auditions had been advertised in the stage, Lee, Spearritt, Barrett and McIntosh auditioned. After some final adjustments, including the removal of 3 original members, S Club 7 was formed. Once the final lineup was decided, they flew to Italy to become acquainted with each other. Speaking about this first meeting, Stevens remarked that the group felt comfortable with each other from the beginning. Several members of the band have since stated that the S in S Club 7 stands for Simon, after the band's creator, although the official line has always been ambiguous. The band's entry on the Pop Justice website states that at one point they were nearly called Sugar Club instead of the name that stuck. Another theory is that the band is so named because S is the first letter of the word 7. 1999 S Club and Television. S Club 7 first came to public attention in 1999, when they starred in their own television series, Miami 7. The show first aired on CBBC on BBC One and was a children's sitcom based on the lives of the group who had moved to Miami, Florida in search of fame in America. The show was also launched in the United States, airing on Fox Family, and later on ABC Family. It was retitled S Club 7 in Miami for American audiences. The show eventually celebrated worldwide success and was watched by 90 million viewers in over 100 different countries. The group also filmed 2 specials between the first 2 series of their show. The first, Back to the 50s Euro, which aired on CITV, instead of CBBC Euro, told the story of how the group found themselves back in 1959. In the second TV special, Boyfriends and Birthdays, Stevens' boyfriend gave her an ultimatum of staying with him or remaining with the band. Within the television series, and the parallel branding, each member of S Club 7 had their own character, which contained exaggerated forms of their real-life counterparts as well as their own identifiable S Club color. Hannah Spearritt, for example, had an S Club color of yellow which, as Spearritt describes, mirrors her own personality, bright and happy. Similar characterization, and format for their show, was more notably seen in the American series The Monkees, and U.S. media reported that S Club 7 were the Monkees for the next generation. However, Joel Andrica, the vice president of the Fox Family channel, stated that Miami 7 is far more relationship-driven than the Monkees, and that kids today are more sophisticated. Following on from Miami 7, S Club 7 released the theme music to the show as their debut single on June 9, 1999. The up-tempo Bring It All Back reached #1 in the United Kingdom's singles charts, and after selling more than 600,000 copies, was made BPI certified platinum. Commenting on the chart position of Bring It All Back, the group felt nervous and on edge before they discovered they had reached #1. Once they had received the phone call from the record company, the band celebrated the news with cheers, shouting and crying. The group's success escalated, and much like Fuller's marketing campaign for the Spice Girls, they were set to become a marketable commodity. As evidence for this, global toy manufacturer Hasbro agreed upon an exclusive licensing agreement with 19 Management which included worldwide rights in the fashion doll category. Singing S Club 7 dolls were later released onto the market. An official magazine, fan club, and accompanying Miami 7's scrapbook were also launched, furthering 19 Management's corporate aim. Over the course of the year, the group enjoyed more success in the charts after their second single, S Club Party, entered the UK charts at #2 and went straight to #1 in New Zealand. Their third single was a double A-side and featured the ballad, co-written by Kathy Dennis, 2 in a Million, and retro-styled, up-tempo You're My #1. The former was the first single where Omiara took lead vocals, setting the standard for future S Club 7 releases. The single also reached #2 in the UK charts. Following the success of their television show and released singles, the group released their debut album S Club in October 1999. The album quickly rose to #2 in the UK charts, and then became certified double platinum. The album consisted of a variety of styles including Motown and salsa tracks. Due to the increasing demand for the group with grueling schedules including spending over 13 weeks in America filming the first series of their show and their subsequent television specials, the members often felt that the traveling back and forth from the UK and the US was perhaps more tiring than what we were actually going out to America to do. Paul Cattermole once commented that the speed of the schedule sometimes caused a kind of dreamscape in your head, as the group often felt jet-lagged and tired. On top of the filming schedules, the group often performed at high-profile pop music festivals such as Party in the Park where they performed for 100,000 fans. The intensity of the schedule would be a constant battle for the group and was going to continue to take its toll for all the years S Club 7 were together. In spite of this, the group always remained in solidarity that they were all good friends, cared for each other a lot, and supported each other through difficult times in the group. 2000 01, 7. In February 2000, the group won the British Breakthrough Act Award at the 2000 Brit Awards. In April 2000, S Club's second TV series, LA 7, was released. The series saw the group depart from Miami and move to Los Angeles to seek a record deal. It introduced the song Reach, another retro-styled up-tempo track, which was co-written by Kathy Dennis and aired as the main theme tune to the second series. Reach was released as a single in May 2000 and reached number 2 in the UK charts. It arguably became one of the group's most successful singles, paving the way for the group's second album, Seven, which was released on June 12, 2000. This album was a departure from the overtly pop stylings of S Club, with tracks styled more towards R&B than the traditional 90s pop sound of their debut album. It reached number 1 in the UK charts, becoming certified triple platinum, and a certified gold record in the US. The second single from the album, Natural, featured Stevens as lead vocalist. It reached number 3 in September 2000. S Club 7 took an active part in promoting several different charities during their time as a band. As well as performing for children in need, the band launched, on September 25, 2000, a new television series called S Club 7 Go Wild, which saw each band member support an endangered species. Teaming up with the World Wildlife Fund, each member traveled to different destinations worldwide with a hope to raise awareness about the 7 endangered creatures, including the Siberian tiger and the hyacinth macaw. In October 2000, they launched the annual Poppy Appeal campaign with Dame Thora Hird and supported Woolworth's Kids First campaign throughout 1999 and 2000. The group also recorded vocals for It's Only Rock and Roll, which raised money for Children's Promise, an alliance of 7 children's charities: Barnardo's, Children in Need, Childline, the Children's Society, Comic Relief, NCH and the NSPCC. A cover of the Rolling Stones song, the group contributed to the vocals alongside many popular artists, including Mary J. Blige, Natalie Imbruglia and the Spice Girls. It entered the UK charts at number 19. Also, during that time they filmed 2 specials, Artistic Differences, and their Christmas special. In November 2000, S Club 7 were invited to provide the official song for the UK's BBC Children in Need campaign 2000, so a new song, the ballad Never Had a Dream Come True, was recorded. The song became popular in the US market, eventually taking the group to appear on MTV's TRL to perform the song and chosen to appear at the Now That's What I Call Music US edition. After topping the UK charts in December 2000, the song was added to a re-release of the 7 album, along with another new track, a cover of Stevie Wonder's Lately. 2001 Euro 02, Sunshine and Cattermole's departure. Never Had a Dream Come True had marked a more mature direction for the group while still retaining their pop sensibilities, a direction which continued into their third studio album, Sunshine. The album contained what was to become one of S Club's most popular tracks, Don't Stop Movin'. The song was released in April 2001, marked a high point for the group as the single went straight to number 1, went platinum and became the 7th best-selling single of 2001. McIntosh, who takes lead vocals with Omiara in the track, said he was nervous about taking lead vocals and was worried how people would react. However, after the song went in at number 1, he felt as though he was supported by the fans, and his fears were alleviated. McIntosh also remarked that the single had broken new ground for the group, and Cattermole thought it to be their best song by miles. The group won the Record of the Year award for the song, and in February 2002, the single won the group their second Brit Award for Best British Single. The song has since been covered by the Beautiful South for their 2004 album Gold Diggers, Head Nodders and Folk Songs, as well as by Stars Ayla, who recorded it for BBC Radio 1's Live Lounge. By spring 2001, the group were desperate to start touring. It was something which they had always wanted to do, but couldn't because things were always so hectic. After spending most of early 2001 rehearsing, the S Club Party 2001 tour began on May 19, 2001. Describing the tour, Stevens remarked that seeing a crowd of over 13,000 fans each night coming to see them was such an unbelievable feeling, and the other members of the group shared an adrenaline rush as well as a wave of emotion before going on stage. Once the tour was over, the group had to fly back to the United States in order to film the third series of their television show, Hollywood 7. This third series, which was still set in Los Angeles, was the group's favorite to film because they had more acting experience and could drop their shoulders, and start to enjoy themselves. The group, however, had to continuously cope with intense schedules and early starts whilst recording for the program, something which, although the group felt laid back about it at the time, was to eventually take its toll and lead to the demise of the band. Hollywood 7 began airing in September 2001 and dealt with the issue of an on-screen kiss between Spearritt and Cattermole, who had begun dating in real life. Their relationship, which was kept secret for 6 months, was well received by the band, who claimed it had made them all closer as friends. Hollywood 7 aired alongside a new BBC reality show, S Club Search, which invited children to extend the S Club brand and audition to form a younger version of the band. The new group were to be chosen to sing and dance on tour with S Club 7 on their future S Club 7 Carnival 2002 tour. The 8 children who went on to form the band named themselves S Club Juniors and had 6 top 10 UK hits. The effects of the group's charity single, Never Had a Dream Come True, were felt when the group handed over £200,000 to children in need, from the sales of the CD after the release of Don't Stop Movin' in April 2001. As a result, S Club 7 were invited back and asked to record a second consecutive Children in Need single, in November 2001. It was decided that Have You Ever, a song co-written by Chris Braid and Kathy Dennis, was to be released for the charity campaign. After the success of the previous year's single, the performance on the night featured many primary school children who had pre-recorded their own versions of the chorus. The band felt overjoyed that they could, once again, contribute to the Children in Need campaign, feeling that it meant a lot to them to be involved and feeling privileged to be able to help. They also commented that it was nice for British school children to be involved in raising money for charity. The single was another success for the group and became their 4th #1, as well as the 21st biggest-selling single of 2001. In January 2002, S Club 7 embarked upon their second arena tour, S Club 7 Carnival 2002, which aimed to please fans by stylizing their songs to fit with a carnival-like theme with music styles from different countries of the world. Speaking about the tour, McIntosh described it as older show, a change from S Club Party 2001, which was more like bubblegum, with Paul Cattermole comparing 2001's theatrical tour with the Carnival tour as a more glitzy, concert stage. The tour was generally well received by the children's media, describing the show as diverse and dazzling, whereas the group was criticized by the broadsheets as being like a compilation of toddler-friendly Eurovision entries, although conceding that it was a slick, decent value show. Cattermole was also criticized when he was dubbed overweight and a heavy-footed dancer. After the success of their last 3 singles, all of which had made it to #1, S Club 7 failed to top the charts when they released their 9th single, You. It reached #2 in the UK. The single, which was described as a candy floss bright, tongue-in-cheek 50s pastiche, was to be Paul Cattermole's last single with the band and led the way for a series of events that was to unravel S Club 7's time at the top of the charts, which would ultimately cause the band to split. In March 2002, Paul Cattermole told The Sun newspaper that it was time for him to move on from the group and he wanted to go back to his rock roots, which heralded back to the time he was part of a new metal band formed with his old school friends. Talking about his former musical venture 3 months before he left S Club 7, Cattermole described the band a Euro, who had been called ska or Euro, as having a Limp Bizkit vibe, as well as comparing their style to Rage Against the Machine. Cattermole's resignation came as Skewer had decided to reform, and he found it a perfect time to make the transition back from pop to rock as S Club 7's record contracts were up for renewal. Cattermole stayed with the band until June 2002, featuring in 4 out of 13 episodes of the group's final television series, Viva S Club, and performing his final concert with the group for Party at the Palace, which was part of Queen Elizabeth II's Golden Jubilee celebrations. 2002 Euro 03, Seeing Double, Greatest Hits and Breakup. After Cattermole's departure, vowing to not disband, the remaining 6 members stayed together under the name S Club. Despite losing a member of the group, the future remained positive as Although they were very sad to see Cattermole leave the group, they were delighted to have extended their contracts, meaning they could look forward to new material, a new series of their television show as well as their first feature film. However, media reports of the time weren't so optimistic, stating that, as neither the Spice Girls nor Take That had survived once they lost a member of their group, it would be difficult for S Club to remain together in an industry which has a horrible habit of leaving bands in tatters once the first member has left. After only peaking at number 5 in the UK charts with Alive, their first single as a six, S Club's positivism was diminished. Although their progressive musical style was once again furthered with the release of their fourth studio album, Seeing Double, it failed to make an impact on the UK charts, stalling at number 17. S Club's time at the top of the charts was slowly coming to an end, and when O'Meara announced that she had an immobilizing back condition which could have left her in a wheelchair, and she was unable to take part in television performances, the group was left devastated. In April 2003, S Club released their first feature film, Seeing Double, directed by music video director Nigel Dick, which was to be the last time the group would be seen on screen together. Unlike its television predecessors, the film moved into the realm of children's fantasy, and saw the group fighting evil scientist Victor Gagan in his quest to clone the world's pop stars. The film's release was marked by many rumors that the group were about to split, which were quickly denied by the Six. However, 10 days after the release of their movie, the rumors were confirmed when it was announced live on stage Euro during their S Club United tour on April 21, 2003 Euro that, after a final single and greatest hits album, S Club would part ways. The band cited a mutual split, expressing it was simply a time to move on and face new challenges. Many fans felt betrayed, and disappointed by the breakup, as well as angry due to the group denying rumors only 2 weeks before at the Seeing Double premiere. Many compared the demise of the group to that of fellow pop band Steps, as they too had denied their intentions until the moment before their split, after which they were accused of acting out of greed and cynicism. Since the split, the members of S Club have commented on how exhausting being in the band was, due to hectic schedules and long filming days. In 2003, S Club confirming the split wasn't a final straw, Spearritt has remarked that the group had felt it appropriate wanting to do their own thing. She had constantly felt drained whilst with S Club. The final single was a double A-side, coupling Love Ain't Gonna Wait for You, from their fourth album Seeing Double, with a new ballad, Say Goodbye. Returning to the style of their first single, Say Goodbye saw vocals shared around the group. The single reached number 2 in the UK, beaten to the top spot by R. Kelly's Ignition, and was included on S Club's Greatest Hits album, Best, The Greatest Hits of S Club 7, released in June 2003. This compilation brought together the group's releases with a previously unreleased track, Everybody Get Pumped, and 7-track Bring the House Down. The album reached number 2 in the United Kingdom. S Club eventually disbanded after the release of Say Goodbye on May 26, 2003. On April 27, 2003, it was reported that Spearritt's parents had hired lawyers to chase payments owed to them by Simon Fuller and his management company. They claimed that out of the $75 million fortune the band made for Fuller, they only received $150,000 a year of it. There was also controversy when the band had to travel economy class to America and when Fuller did not turn up for the premiere of Seeing Double. The criticism put to Fuller was similar of that in 1997 when the Spice Girls fired him for being too controlling. After the group split up, the S Club Juniors rebranded to S Club 8, and went on to film BBC show I Dream, releasing their third studio album under the same name. The group disbanded in 2005. 2008 A Euro present, club appearances and reunions. From October 2008, O'Meara, McIntosh, and Cattermole reunited and started performing in pubs and clubs across Britain. This was shortly after O'Meara's son Lenny was born. On November 12, 2008, a bottle was thrown at O'Meara during an S Club 3 performance in Bradford. It left her with a severe cut to the head, requiring treatment at a nearby hospital. A 20-year-old man was arrested, and the attack was thought to have something to do with her performance on Celebrity Big Brother, where nearly 50,000 complaints were received about her and two other female contestants' apparent racist bullying toward Bollywood actress Shilpa Shetty. In late 2008, some sources stated that Barrett and Lee were to start touring with the group sometime in the following year. It was also stated that a new greatest hits album, a UK No.1 registered trademark Tea No Party, the ultimate collection of S Club 7, was set for release later the following year. Both of these rumors turned out to be false. Lee is pursuing his acting career along with Spearritt, Barrett was on hiatus, and Stevens was starring in Strictly Come Dancing. Cattermole was absent from a gig at the Plug Club in Sheffield in February 2009. On November 12, S Club 3 turned on the Mansfield Christmas lights. In early 2010, the group decided to take their gigs further. They booked some venues in Egypt for April. On April 19, 2010, S Club 3 were the headlining act at the Tottenham Carnival. The group made an appearance at gay prides in Doncaster and Yorkshire on August 21. In January 2011, O'Meara and McIntosh made several performances in Dublin without Cattermole. On February 2, 2011, O'Meara, McIntosh and Cattermole played at Keele University, followed by a guest appearance at Aberystwyth University on February 20, 2011. On March 18, 2011 they played to a sellout crowd at the University of Hull, a move which saw local media refer to the show as the comeback of the century. The group subsequently performed at Butlins in Bognor Regis in various University Freshers' Week events, with a scheduled tour of Australia in May 2012. In March 2011, O'Meara stated on Facebook that all 7 members would be reunited for the first time since 2002. On March 29, 2011, the group all went to see Lee perform as Frankie Valli and Jersey Boys on stage. They posed for photos afterwards. On November 29, 2011 it was revealed by several publications, that S Club had hopes to reunite in 2012 for a possible tour, following on the success from Steps. However, Barrett confirmed through her Twitter page that the rumors of a reunion were completely fabricated. However, on December 12, 2011, she announced on Twitter in response to a fan, "Right now I'll just say anything's possible, so we'll see." In an interview on ITV's This Morning, Spearritt stated that her and her former bandmates are just too busy for a reunion. In March 2012, it was speculated that all 7 members would reform for 7 one-off gigs and appearances, with possibility of a 2-album record deal. In April 30, Barrett spoke out about the speculations on Radio 5. She revealed that the group had been talking about it, and stated that a reunion is likely to happen if they come up with a good plan. She is also pursuing her solo career since she is the only member who didn't pursue a solo career during the breakup. In spring 2012 the group, now renamed S Club Party, set out on a tour of Australia with other noughties hit group, Big Brovers. On May 30, 2012, S Club featured on Australia's Channel 7 The Morning Show, announcing they are in the country for a national tour from May 23 to June 2, 2012. Subsequent to this appearance, a video of the performance was uploaded to YouTube, where the reaction was largely negative, with many viewers expressing the opinion that the performance was uncomfortable to watch, with the absence of the 4 other members of the original band causing some disillusionment among childhood fans of the group. On June 12, 2012, Spearritt denied the reunion plans and stated that she will not return to S Club or continue her music career and will keep on pursuing her acting career. She stated it's cool that bands like Steps are getting back together, because it's worked out for lots of people. But I don't see it in my plans at all. In the future, I hope I'll still be working and being able to do what I love. I feel very lucky at the minute, and doing theatre has really opened more doors for me. So as long as I can keep doing what I love, I'm very lucky. On March 24, 2013, Stevens said to the Daily Mirror that a reunion could still happen. "We met up not long ago and we talked about it and we still are talking about it. We are all in the same headspace, talking about how special it was, and we do all want to celebrate what we had. So it's definitely a possibility." In 2014, Cattermole later reignited reunion rumors following a tweet to his former group mates. Barrett has performed with O'Meara, McIntosh and Cattermole at Birmingham Pride 2014 and other gigs since, meaning that the group is now known as S Club 4 Feet. Controversy. On March 20, 2001, Cattermole, Lee and McIntosh were caught with cannabis in London's Covent Garden. They were cautioned by police at Charing Cross Police Station and released without charge. After the event, their publicity firm Henry's House released a public apology stating they were very stupid, and very sorry, admitting to having made a stupid mistake. At the time, BT and Cadbury, who had sponsorship deals with S Club 7, said they were very disappointed to learn of the caution but said they would keep their contracts with the band. However, cereal firm Quaker Oats ended talks with 19 Entertainment after learning of the police caution. It was rumored that merchandising company PMS International were to take up an £800,000 lawsuit against the band for declining sales as a direct result of the drugs scandal. However, this came to nothing and any doubts over the future of sponsorship ended when Pepsi signed the band up less than a month after the drugs caution. Musical style. The style of music S Club 7 normally falls under is pop, or more specifically bubblegum pop, as well as manufactured pop. This is certainly the case for their first album, S Club, where simple lyrics, 3-chord structures and danceable beats define it so. Their first 2 singles saw vocals shared equally amongst the 7 members of the group, and it was not until their third single, 2 in a Million, that O'Meara became known as their lead vocalist. Although the band were to progressively change their style over the 4 years they were together, even their first album had many tracks atypical of the pop genre. You're My Number One, and Everybody Wants Ya were Motown-driven, whereas Viva La Fiesta, and It's a Feel-Good Thing, were both bouncy, salsa-driven Latino songs. Over the years, their style and direction changed progressively with each new album. Their second album, Seven, had songs which had styles far removed from the traditional pop songs rival pop bands of the 90s were releasing. With the release of Natural in 2000, S Club 7 showcased a new, R&B light sound. The release of their third album, Sunshine, gave audiences their biggest change. The album contained tracks such as the disco-influenced, Don't Stop Movin', and the R&B ballad, Show Me Your Colors. The album marked a more mature approach for the band. With the departure of Cattermole, S Club released their fourth and final album, Seeing Double, which contained many songs with styles not yet explored by the group. The group released Alive, which was a power-packed dance floor filler, a style which matched that of their final single Love Ain't Gonna Wait for You. The album also contained many other dance tracks and songs far removed from their original bubblegum pop stylings, such as the Sex for the CBBC generation and Hey Kitty Kitty. Although, in one review, referring to Gangsta Love, S Club's spiritual home is the suburban disco, not urban underground clubs, and their attempt to go garage on Gangsta Love ends up amusing rather than authentic. Throughout their releases, S Club 7 always kept their original pop roots, with songs such as Reach, You, and Say Goodbye. Members, discography. 1999, S Club, 2000, 7, 2001, Sunshine, 2002, Seeing Double, Filmography, Tours, References.